Okay. When you take a look at this team, what excites you about 2018 as we're about to get things rolling?
We're definitely going to get more wins than we did last year. It's exciting to play along some of the guys that I've played with since middle school.
You guys returned some good players. You returned your starting quarterback. That's always a good place to start. Who are some of the guys that are going to be taking bigger roles for Prairie Heights as we enter 2018?
Definitely some of the juniors from last year. They're going to step up as seniors and do a lot of big things for us.
When you guys have gotten together in the offseason, gotten in the weight room, what excites you? What have you seen from this team that has you thinking positively heading into this season?
Watching them improve, definitely getting stronger in there, learning plays as we go out on the field.
When you guys get it rolling here, what is priority number one for Prairie Heights as we enter this season?
Play as a team to get wins.
Okay. When you take a look at this offense, you got yourself coming back, you got Mr. Hoover coming back at quarterback. That's a pretty good place to start. So how do you guys build off of what you did last year offensively to take it another step further?
Hopefully, we're looking at new routes and stuff like that. We want to build, and we're having a new running back this year. He's going to be a freshman, but we can build off of that, and we're pretty pumped about that.
Coach McCrea's third season, obviously the first couple of years, you got to get it under your belt and get used to what he does. How do you take it to the next step with him, and what are some of the things you can do to be further ahead of where you have been in the past couple of seasons?
Well, one of the big steps our team needs to take is we need to get more pumped during the games, and we need to come out with a better morale and have a better attitude during the games.
For you guys, what's the biggest key to earning more W's on Fridays?
Keeping our heads up during the games. The other team gets a touchdown, we get down, we need to keep our heads up.
Priority number one when you guys get it rolling a week from Monday, what is it?
Priority number one, keeping our heads up, getting a W.
Started last year at quarterback, so you have some experience. What do you take away from last season that you can apply to this team as a whole?
I've been learning the plays, keep working on them, get better at them every day.
When you take a look at Coach McCrea, it's his third season. You know, a couple of years, you've kind of gotten used to his mentality and what he's trying to do with this program. So not only that, but schematically as well. So what do you feel like you guys are ahead of the game, and if so, how?
Yeah, it's been great having him all through my high school career and then just working with him.
What are going to be some of the strengths of this team, and who are going to be some of the players that step into bigger roles this year for Prairie Heights?
Seth Metcalf, he plays linebacker. He had over 100 tackles last year. He's going to be big at linebacker for us. Some of our running backs coming up from JV going to do pretty well, I think.
As a quarterback, you're ultimately a leader for this team. What do you tell some of the young guys that are stepping into larger roles this year?
They just got to work really hard. They're going to have bigger roles. They're going to have to do a lot of things they're uncomfortable with. They just got to get used to it.
Biggest key for Prairie Heights this season?
Win games, work hard, and do what Coach says.
That's that simple, man.
Yep, thanks.
Hey, all right, Coach, tell me a little bit about this Prairie Heights football team. What are we looking at here in 2018? What are some of the things that has you excited about getting things rolling in 10 days from now?
Well, it's always exciting, looking up to the start of the season, and I'm excited about the group of guys we have. We've got a lot of returning lettermen from this year. We lost some seniors that we're going to miss, or we're going to miss them all, but just ready to get after it and see what we can prove this year.
Third season for you as the head coach for Prairie Heights. So after a couple years of kind of implementing your mentality and your schemes, you feel like you maybe are a little bit ahead of the game as where you have been the last few years?
Oh, definitely. It's with the kids that have been around it and in it, they understand things a lot quicker, and we don't have to spend as much time with the teaching. We can just jump right in and do something.
What do you learn from last season? What are some of the things that you're looking to build off of, and what are some of the things you're looking to shore up as we enter the season?
Definitely learned that we need to finish a game. The second half kind of was our downfall last year. We struggled to stay in games that we were either winning at halftime or close in the game at halftime, and the second half we came out and made mental mistakes and just had breakdowns, mentally and physically.
Who are some of the guys, and at what positions are they, that are going to be playing big roles for you guys this year, guys that you're going to be counting on to earn you W's on a Friday?
Yeah, well, our first one is Seth Metcalf. He's our starting Mike linebacker on defense. Seth was all-conference last year, and he's our heart and soul of our defense. And then on offense, Ethan Hoover, our quarterback. a returning starter. He's been starting since he was a freshman, and he's really starting to grow into himself physically, and he's understanding the game better, and look for big things out of both of them guys.
What are your expectations here in 2018?
Our expectations are those games where we faltered in the second half, go out and play a complete game, 4 quarters, and end the game, and come away with some W's where we missed opportunities last year.
I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks.